Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got another unboxing for you, and today I'm going to be unboxing a Masters of the Universe Orko. I don't have a very large Masters of the Universe collection, or as Motu, as some people say, but there are a few pieces from the Motu line that I have a little bit of a sentimental attachment to, especially these because they are modeled after the originals, which I find very cool because I did have He-Man, Skeletor, and Battle Cat when I was a kid, which actually led me to getting the Motu Origins He-Man and Skeletor in the process recently. They've been all over the pegs. For a while they were kind of hard to get, but then some Walmarts, because they could not really move them, ended up clearance them out. So I got these bad boys for an incredibly low price, thanks to a wonderful collector friend of mine locally. And yeah, it definitely great additions to the shelf, even though I don't have a lot of Motu stuff. But Orko, funny story with Orko is I've got a strange attachment with Orko. I mean, obviously he's kind of one of those love him or hate him fan favorites from the Masters of the Universe series. But my attachment with him is actually because of my fandom of Final Fantasy. Black Mage's designs look very similar to Orko. And so I do have a little bit of an attachment to that overall design of mages. And since he looks like that, you know, you see it and you kind of get that feeling about it if you know what I'm talking about. So I definitely had to get him. Not to mention, if I got He-Man Skeletor, you know, it's a great looking figure, even looking just on card. So it's going to be great looking on the shelf in between both of them. So first we'll look at the package. So first we've got Orko. I know you're like, what's with the writing and stuff on the front here? So just backstory, I bought some paint pens. I've got a autograph signing I'm going to be attending at the end of the month. I'm going to be meeting Kevin Nash, and I have a few items there wanting to get signed by him while I'm there. But one of them in particular is a Super Shredder from the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. And I really wanted to have a green paint pen, but I wanted to be a certain tone of green, or else I don't think it would work very well with the signature and the packaging. So I bought a couple paint pens, tested out the green to make sure it was going to be what I wanted. It turned out to be exactly what I needed, so that's why I was writing, but I also knew I was opening this, so I figured I was going to test it out on a window to make sure that it was going to stay well and hold up okay. I may as well use it for this. So back of the package here, you can see Orko. You can see a couple of other figures like He-Man, Skeletor. There's Orko, Scareglow, Trapjaw, and Mana Faces. So, yeah, very cool packaging, bright, vivid colors. I love the Motu packaging. It does look great. Even if you've seen the figures 100 times, packaging still looks good. So let's go ahead and open her up and see just how good this thing is. I was very pleased with how the He-Man and Skeletor were. They look and feel just like the ones I had when I was a kid, with just some more posability to them, which I really enjoyed. So I'm definitely pleased with getting those and adding those to the collection to kind of fill that void of nostalgia. Because if I'm going to try to go out and get the originals, those are going to cost me a bit of a small fortune. And whenever you're trying to collect on a budget, sometimes getting remakes, repaints, or reprints of older figures sometimes isn't bad. I mean, it still represents the same thing, still has the same look for the most part, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, got our packaging open, got him out. He is free, ladies and gentlemen. So inside there was a little bit of a comic book here. The Masters of the Universe Double Trouble. A little comic, probably little adventures of Orko with, He-Man, so on and so forth. May check it out later. I didn't really read the ones that come with the He-Man Skeletor. Alright, so we got Orko out. Quite a bit of posability, surprisingly, in the arms. The color on this thing is great, bright, vivid. No real color defects or flaws in it, which I really enjoy. So the base of the body here is like a hollow plastic, a hard plastic. The arms feel like they're made more of like a rubber. So there's a little bit of a density difference there. But the hands, they fully twist and turn, which is nice. They twist here, the arms twist at the elbow, And the hands themselves also twist, so that's very nice, and the hands do flex up and down. So lots of posability there. The head will actually turn all the way around. So there we go. We got some exorcist action going on with the head there, so that's interesting. Can also see inside there where the head joint is, but obviously if you have him facing forward, you can't really see the neck joint. So that's perfectly okay with me. He has got a hole on the bottom here, and that's going to be where your stand and your peg goes. So here is our stand right here. It looks like it's an adjustable stand, 2-point adjustment. So right there, which I believe is where it connects to the base, as well as right there where he connects. So that's going to give you some more options for how you're going to stand him up and pose him. I do like that. Here's the stand, kind of a clear, glittery purple. Looks great. I like it. Let's go ahead and get it popped in. There we go. Locks in place. Very tight. Very good. Like that. So we'll go ahead and get him put on it. And boom. There we go. Orko. Let's go ahead. He's just vertical, horizontal, and then you could just tilt it forward. I mean, lots of options there for posability. Like, that's very, very cool. I really do dig that. And not to mention, if you have them on a shelf that maybe is space restricted, having them be able to be moved and anchored around in certain ways like that is definitely going to help if you need to really fit them into a tight space. So that's awesome. So let's go ahead and put them up next to He-Man and Skeletor. There we go. Orko, He-Man, Skeletor. Great looking figures. Beautiful figures. Definitely a solid purchase on my part. Definitely don't regret getting it. And oddly enough, I don't really have... This is probably the first Orko I've honestly seen out in the wild in person. I mean, obviously you can go online and probably get it a lot of places. But as far as like going out here at your local Walmart, this is the first one I've personally seen. So I'm very, very glad that I was able to snag this one. So, guys, that's going to do it today's video. Again, as always, thank you for joining. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow my Instagram at CollectingRaj, and check out more videos that I've already done, as well as I've got a few more coming up. I'm a little backlogged again, so I'm working on getting those caught up. So until next time,